Oh, Knight here, and welcome to another movie review. Today's movie review is Spider-Man No Way Home. I haven't long got back from watching it. Watched it today at Cineworld. First time seeing a film in Screen X. If people don't know what a Screen X is, it's a new screen design where basically you have this one middle screen at the side, and then you got screens at the mid, one screen in the front, and then you got two screens at the sides, kind of thing. Very first time I've ever done it. And to watch it, I was curious, so I decided to okay, I want to watch Spider Man. It's available in Screen X. Let's go and watch it. So again, I don't know what them called in America, but in UK in Cineworld them called Screen X, and a friend of mine says in showcases them called X Plus maybe. I'm not sure, but like I said, Cineworld Screen X. So uh, basically three screens, center and two at the side, kind of things. So didn't go through all the way through the film, but like I said, the big action bits you had like basically screens everywhere, kind of thing. It was interesting. I'd be honest, it was a bit distracting because you're doing this, trying. Obviously, you got the main focus in the center, but you might doing that as well. So yeah, I might not be doing it for most films, but it was interesting and it was all right, kind of thing. That being said, we're here for Spider Man, so let's jump into Spider Man. This isn't going to be spoilers. I'm not going to spoil it because this film, if you're a fan of Spider Man, in my opinion, is you need to go and watch it, and I really don't want to spoil anything like that. I've been avoiding spoilers myself until today, and everything. So it's yeah. So I'm not. So don't worry if you come to watch this. I'm not spoiling the film or anything. Like I said, most of the stuff you've seen in the trailers, there's a lot of stuff you don't see in the trailers. So the trailers don't spoil that much either, which is good for once because I'm sick and tired of trailers where it's like, I've seen the best part of this film in the trailer now. What was the point of going to watch this film? Let's just say that doesn't happen in this film. There's a lot of good stuff in this film. The cast are amazing. The people they bring back in are amazing. The villains are absolutely gorgeous and amazing. Like I said, if you watch the trailer, you know who's coming into this film. The villains are absolutely fantastic. Like I said, I can name the villains because you've seen them in the trailer if you've watched the trailer. We've got Sandman, Wizard, Electrode, Green Goblin, Doc Ock. Do we have any more? No, I think that's the lot. I think we were so close to a Sinister Six, but we don't get the full Sinister Six unfortunately. But we are close, and like I think this is the closest we're going to get to a Sinister Six in the Spider-Man universe, kind of thing. But again, the returning cast from both the Tobey series and the Andrew Garfield series, the villains are amazing. The plot has some ups and downs, but the main core, the plot is actually quite good and it explains really well what's going on and everything. Again, if you've watched the trailer, if you've watched the previous two Spider-Man films from the MCU, this universe's Spider-Man's identity has been revealed, so everyone knows who he is. That comes with a lot of headaches because some people support him, some people hate him. Obviously, they know his identity, so they don't know where he's with. It impacts his friends, kind of thing. Like I said, you kind of understand in the trailer where it's going on. So, like I said in the trailer, he goes to Doctor Strange, and he tries to make it that everyone forgets. Again, like I said, I'm not spoiling anything because it's in the trailer. Obviously, things go wrong, and that's where the villains come in. Like I said, each returning villain are absolutely amazing. I love the new design of the villains as well because again, some of them looked absolutely terrible. So I like that they treat little bits and bobs and everything. Each returning actor brings their best performance into this film. William Dafoe, oh my god, absolutely amazing. like I said, again, not spoiling anything, but they are really good. This film has its sad moments. There are sad moments in this film. Again, not going to say what, but yeah, there's moments where you just like, oh, okay. And then there's like really funny moments and stuff and all that. Overall, this film is great. If you're a fan of Spider-Man and everything, you're gonna love this film. If you enjoyed any of the Spider-Man films that have been out, from Tobey to Andrew, and Andrew, is it Andrew? Yeah, Andrew Garfield, is it? From Tobey, Andrew, and Tom, you're gonna love this film. If you love the villains from any of those franchises, you're gonna love this film. If you're a fan of the MCU, you're gonna love this film. There are 2 end credit scenes in this film. Well, technically one end credit film and one something at the end, which you understand when you watch it. Again, recommend watching both of them. Again, not going to spoil them, but one is interesting and the other one is like, oh, okay, kind of thing. So yeah, stick to the end. Other than that, it's a really good film. It's action packed. Like I said, the trailers doesn't give out much away. I'm curious now. I'm gonna rewatch the trailer in a bit and see what, now that I've seen the film, what my theories were at the time, kind of thing. I'm curious to see what's going to happen to this Spider-Man at the end of this next, because at the end of the film there's a situation that happens. Again, not going to spoil it, but like I said, something happens, and I'm curious to see the direction they take this Spider-Man next. Rumours has it he's got one more film with Marvel and Sony, and then after that Sony has the rights to him again. Before we get into that though, I think the reason this film does so well compared to the other stage 4 Marvel films that have come out so far is it's not technically owned by Disney, it's Sony. You made it with just using Disney characters in the MCU, and I think that needs to stay like that for Spider-Man, because no offense, so far Phase 4's films have been okay, but compared to everything else in the MCU, they suck. They really do. They're not the best. I'm not saying they're terrible films, not by far, I'm not saying that, but compared to what we've had in the past, I prefer, like I said, this film has been a breath of fresh air compared to Shang-Chi and Black Widow. Again, watched them both. Didn't go to the cinema to watch them. I waited until they came out and watched them. Because again, I didn't catch anything to me. I wasn't really interested, and I'm glad I didn't go to the cinema to watch them, because even though they were good films, I didn't want to waste, especially with how expensive cinemas are now, kind of thing. I didn't want to waste my money. And ever since Endgame, nothing from the Marvel Universe has really pulled me back into this universe. I've watched everything. Like I said, I've watched the TV series, Loki, WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, in the middle watching Hawkeye, and I am enjoying them, but it's not pulling me in as much as I'm not. Every time a film comes out for Marvel, I'm not going, must go and watch that. This one, on the other hand, definitely, because I'm a fan of Spider-Man, and so far the Spider-Man films have been really good, and this one doesn't disappoint, kind of thing. But I think Marvel really needs to do something with their films at the moment. I think they're losing their touch in whatever shape and form. It's like, I'm not liking the direction it's going. I'll continue to watch, but I don't think I'll be going to the cinemas on day one of some of their films. I think I'll wait until it goes on stream or digital or DVD, and buy it then and stuff. It's like the Eternals. I have no intention of going to watch that at the moment. I'm going to wait until that comes digitally or on DVD and watch it then and stuff, because I'm just not interested anymore. I just don't really catch or anything. But again, I'm not saying if you do enjoy these films, good. But again, I think Spider-Man needs to stay with Sony. I know everyone wants them to do all these kind of things, and like they've got to deal with Marvel at the moment, and that's why we get to have Spider-Man merge with the Avengers and everything. But you understand once you've watched this film that I'm like curious to see what Sony can do with the character now. Okay, they've had 2 attempts, and some will say they were either great or not. But I think they finally figured out their way of going with Spider-Man now. And I think they've got some really good ideas coming up. So like I said, one of the trailers before Spider-Man was Morpheus. And I'm like, that's another Sony film. I'm like, it's also set in the same universe as Venom. And I'm like, this could be interesting. Especially if Spider-Man enters that universe kind of thing. So I'm like, yeah. But that being said, this Spider-Man film, No Way Home, absolutely fantastic. I said to someone, I'll give it 9 out of 10. It's not perfect. No film will ever be perfect. There's like loopholes. There's like really plot breaking points in the film and stuff that if you really think about it, you might, well, how does that work? Kind of thing. But if you just sit there and enjoy it with popcorn like I did, you'll come out going, yes. So it's still a 9 out of 10 for me. It's a great film. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're going to absolutely love it. I am not going to do a spoiler review section to this. So I've got part of me wants to, because I really want to get into depths, but I just feel like I don't want to ruin the experience for anyone. So I want you guys, if you're really curious about this film, again, there's probably dozens of reviews spoiling it out there. So if you really want to get it spoiled, and a few of my friends were curious and they've spoiled it to themselves, again, it's up to you. You can go out and watch it, but you're not going to get it from me anyway. Kind of thing. I want you guys to actually go and watch it yourselves if you really need to do, support this film and say this is the type of films we want coming out to cinemas nowadays, not the stuff that we normally get. We want good, we want these type of films. This is what we got to see, kind of thing. So, please support the franchises, and we'll get more good stuff like this and everything if they can see that it's worth it. So that being said, 9 out of 10, recommended. If you're a Spider-Man fan, you're gonna love every second of it. If you're just a general Marvel fan, you're still gonna love it. And if you just fancy something to watch that's catches your fancy, definitely go and watch this. So like, I might go and watch it again at some point. Like I said, the original plan, I was gonna watch it with some people that got cancelled, so I decided to book a ticket for myself and watched it. Enjoyed it so much that I'm really thinking about going and watch it again. To see what bits I've missed, because you always miss bits when you first watch a film. Always. It's like there's this one scene where there's so much going on at once, and I'm like, I've spotted certain things, but I'd love to watch it again and go, okay, now now that I know what's going to happen for the next bit, I can just concentrate on the little things I've missed, kind of thing. So I get some more juicy little Easter eggs and stuff, which there are a lot in this film and everything. So yeah, that all being said, that is pretty much my non-spoiler review of Spider-Man. Again, I am not doing a spoiler review because I normally do like one non-spoiler and then non-spoiler. It's like I really want to, but I just don't want. I don't think it would take way too long because there's so much and everything. And again, if you got any questions or anything, please, say and I will answer them and stuff. But like I said, other than that, I am not spoiling it on my videos, kind of thing. So my advice is, if you really want to know, either look on the internet yourself or go and watch the movie. Theoretically, go and watch the movie instead. This is one of my reviews of I'm going to do I've got some other movie reviews to do. So this is Spider-Man. The next one would be Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. So we'll be doing that. And then go with the big red dog. Because that, can't always be action in horror films. Gotta have some kid films every now and again. So that being said, this is Spider-Man review. Thank you for watching. Thank you for taking time. I hope you enjoy it. And like I said, again, I can't say it enough. Go and watch this film. It is good. So that being said, set or night, out of here. And I'll see you for my next movie review, which should be Resident Evil. See ya.